Hey Bear Cubs, it's Dada again. I'm going to read you Mr. Bear's Vacation. These are little baby books, but this is all that I could get. Yeah, that's all I could get. I'll explain it to you guys later. But there should be some older books coming here shortly. Just going to take a while to get them delivered. Look! Small, a postcard's come for you, said Mrs. Bear. Lucky Grizzle Bears, they're on vacation. Can we go on vacation, said Small Bear. On a plane, or a rocket, or a ship, or a train. A vacation, said Mr. Bear, emerging from behind his newspaper. That's a good idea. How about a tent? What's a tent? Asked Small Bear. Wait and see, said Mrs. Bear. Let's have breakfast first. After breakfast, they all helped to get ready. Mr. Bear found the tent. Small Bear found the sleeping bags. Baby Bear found the maps. Mrs. Bear organized the food, sunblock, candles, sunglasses, hats, cups, forks, knives, and spoons, matches, and Band-Aids. She also made 4 honey sandwiches, just in case. By lunchtime, they were ready. I love vacations, said Small Bear as they set off. Where are we going? Wait and see, said Mr. Bear, staggering under the weight of the backpack. It's an adventure. It was a very long adventure. First they stopped to change Baby Bear's diaper. Are we there yet? Asked Small Bear. Not yet, said Mr. Bear. A little later, they stopped to eat their sandwiches. When are we going to be there? Asked Small Bear. Soon, said Mr. Bear. Be patient. A long time later, they stopped to look at the map. Do you know where we're going? Asked Small Bear. Sort of, said Mr. Bear. Not far now, he added hopefully. The sun was beginning to slip behind the trees when Mr. Bear finally stopped. Here we are, he said, dropping the backpack with a groan. Small Bear looked around. Is this a vacation? She asked suspiciously. No, snapped Mr. Bear. It's an adventure. Small Bear's lower lip began to quiver. Let's go find some wood for the fire, said Mrs. Bear, and leave Dad and Baby Bear to put up the tent. Mrs. Bear and Small Bear headed for the woods. As Baby Bear watched, Mr. Bear unrolled the tent. Several hundred moths flew out. Baby Bear clapped her paws in delight. Oh dear, said Mr. Bear. Poor tent. And you can see the tent has holes in it from the moths. Not good. Baby Bear looked on in silent wonder as Mr. Bear struggled heroically with the holy tent. Ropes snapped and poles bent, but eventually Mr. Bear succeeded in putting up the tent. There, he said. Just the right size for the 4 of us. Look who I found, said Small Bear, running back. Can Flora stay too? We met her family in the woods, sighed Mrs. Bear. Mrs. Rabbit Bun would have liked them all to come along, but... The first stars were just appearing in the sky when the Bear family and their guests sat down to supper. Sorry it's a bit burnt, said Mrs. Bear. It's delicious, said Mr. Bear. This is what vacations are all about. Firelight, starlight, and supper in the open air. Suddenly, a large cloud blotted out the stars, and a chill wind began to blow. The bears huddled around the fire. Flora climbed onto the small bear's lap. Mr. Bear rummaged through the backpack. "Oh dear," he said. "What's the matter?" said Mrs. Bear. "I forgot to pack the sleeping bag," said Mr. Bear. Baby Bear began to cry. Small Bear's lip wobbled dangerously. "Never mind," sighed Mrs. Bear. "We'll just huddle together in our nice, warm tent." But it wasn't much warmer in the nice, warm tent. "Look," said Small Bear. "I can see the stars through the roof." "Yes," said Mrs. Bear grimly, "and you can feel the wind too." "What's that?" said Mr. Bear. "What?" said Mrs. Bear. "That snorting sound," whispered Mr. Bear. "Outside, listen." The bears fell silent. Flora's ears twitched. "Look," said Mrs. Bear in a trembly whisper. "They're all on the wall." "Ah!" screamed Mr. Bear. "It's a monster," wailed Small Bear. "Moo," said the monster. What do you guys think that is that makes a moo sound? Mr. Bear bravely stuck his head out of the tent to investigate. "Oh dear," he said. "Moo, snort," said the monster, leaning on the tent. "Quick, let's go," yelled Mr. Bear quickly, putting out the fire, stuffing the little bears into the backpack, and pulling Mrs. Bear and Flora after him. They sprinted away from the tent just as it collapsed under the weight of a curious cow. Mr. Owl. The bears walked home by moonlight. Just as they were returning Flora to her burrow, a shadow swooped down from the treetops. The bear family shrieked. "It's only me," said Mr. Hoot to it. "You're all so jumpy. I think you need a vacation." "We've just had a vacation," said Small Bear. "Did you have a nice time?" said Mr. Hoot to it. The bear smiled a secret smile. "I think," laughed Mr. Bear, "I think we all need another vacation to recover from our vacation." The end. Hope you boys enjoyed that. I love you. I miss you. And I'm going to keep calling until I talk to you turkeys. Love you. Miss you. Bye. Mwah.